Today, we are hopping into a free Nearpod account to create some practice activities for our learners of all ages. We've got down from littles up to adults. They're gonna love these practice options with Nearpod. We are gonna go ahead and create a free account. So let's go ahead and head to nearpod.com to get started. While you're navigating there, I would love to say hello. My name is Melissa. I'm an online teacher and homeschooling mom of 4. I love sharing all things teaching, productivity, and homeschool here on YouTube. So if you haven't yet, make sure you're subscribed and that you've liked this video. Helps me know what you guys are enjoying, and it's free. So let's go ahead and hop into Nearpod and make sure that we've got our account set up, and we'll get started. All right, here we are. We've got nearpod.com pulled up. I'm going to go ahead and click log in, and I'm going to use Google to sign in. You may do the same or choose your way to sign in. This will get us a free account. Now, if you missed our video on 3 warm-ups to use with Nearpod, go ahead and watch that. I will leave that linked up here. But we're going to go ahead and get started with these practice opportunities. To do that, we're going to head to create, and we're going to create a lesson. Actually, this time we're going to create a video. Ooh, all right. So here's what we're going to do. We've got some videos. Now, the free Nearpod account has lots of fantastic content from the Nearpod lesson library. It's amazing. There are ways to search. You can search by your standards, by your state over here. You can also search by subject and by grade. So there is no reason to get lost here. You've got plenty of options. Now, I know that I want to teach about landforms. So I'm going to go ahead and type in landforms, and let's see what comes up. Perfect. All right, so, I love a good Crash Course Kids video. It's not just Nearpod content that's in here. There are other providers, curriculum providers in here. We've also got a Nearpod original. Look at the timing on here. That's another thing that I like to think about when I'm adding things into my lesson. I can always trim the length of the video, but I don't want to lose the content. So I'm actually going to go with the shortest video here. That's an important thing for me, to keep videos short. Now, the awesome part about these Nearpod videos is that you can make them interactive. So see these blue dots along the video timeline? Those are questions that are going to pop up on your students' screens during the video. So if they're watching, and they get right here, let's go ahead and take a look at this question. What do you already know about landforms? This is an open-ended question. See how it's just a big box? So your students will type in mountain, river. I know about valleys. I know they're created because tectonic plates move. That has something to do with it, right? We're going to get all sorts of options. If you don't like these questions that are already preloaded in there, you can change them. It's fantastic. So let's actually do that really quickly. Let's go ahead and add an activity. And I like making these multiple choice. Actually, it keeps the video rolling a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my own question here. I'm going to make this a little tricky. Which of the following is not a landform? Mountain, valley, Cheeto, cliff. All right. I like making my students laugh. It's just getting their brains rolling. We haven't even gotten into the content yet. It's totally fine to be a little funny sometimes, you guys. All right. So I can actually drag this. I want this to kind of happen early on in the video, but not like straight away. All right. There we go. And we've got one more question down here. What landform describes the place where you live? Fantastic opportunity to give them an open-ended question, right? We're going to give them the chance to share what they know, see what they got out of this video. Okay, fantastic. Now, if I did want to trim, you just click trim, and then you can drag the bars from the ends. Fantastic, super easy. One more great option here is the playback speed. So I can click this little stopwatch, and it will give me the fastest, fast, normal, slow, slowest. Fantastic for my English language learners or anybody else who might just want to get through this quicker, right? There are lots of options here, all right? So we're just going to click save, and it'll bring us back to, perfect, our big lesson area. All right. So my landforms video is the way that we're going to practice. Maybe I've already taught them a little bit about it. We've done a warm up. We've done some instruction. They've discovered some things, right? And now we're going to get into practice. That's part of what this video can help with. All right, let's get into our second way to practice with Nearpod. We're going to work on matching and memory. Okay, two different kind of simple card games to play in Nearpod. So this time we are going to go to create and we're going to choose lesson. All right, we're going to open up our lesson and I'm going to always title my lessons. I don't want my dashboard to get too cluttered. I'm going to actually teach simple machines here. Lots of good vocabulary there that may not be as familiar to our students. So I'm going to go to add new and I'm going to type in memory. All right, memory test. So again, this is that typical card game, as you can see in the little demo over here. They're just trying to match either pictures or words, okay? So I'm going to start by adding a few names of the simple machines and then a few images. As you can see, I've kind of dragged this gray over and I'm adding in the names of different simple machines. Pulley, wheel and axle, lever. Okay, I can also like up the number of pairs here. So maybe I'll add 8 pairs. So I'll do 4 with words and 4 with pictures. Now over here, I'm going to do images. So I need a wedge. Let's add that in. There we go. It does not say wedge on there. That's kind of important to me, right? All right, I need pulley. Here's our pulley system. Perfect. Drag that over. I've got lever and wheel and axle. Lever. See how easy this is? Whew. All right, lever and wheel and axle. All right, oops, that has the words on it, so we want to avoid it. There we go. So now I've got our pictures and our words, and they're all set to go. I'm going to go ahead and click save and exit. And then I'll be able to pop this up when I want my students to practice the simple machines vocabulary. I did mention matching as well. So let's go ahead and add that into the same lesson. I'm going to click edit down there. And in that same lesson where our memory is, I'm going to go ahead and add in matching. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and add in matching. I'm going to go ahead and add in matching pairs. Here we go. And the awesome part about this is that, again, there are so many pre-made lesson and activity ideas for you here. So I'm going to go ahead and type in simple machines and see what comes up. Now, I'm getting a lot of math and we don't want to simplify here. So I'm actually going to narrow it down to science. And I'm going to put this in early elementary. Let's in early and upper elementary. All right, maybe not. Let's take away these. Apply. All right. So I don't see any here. That's totally fine though. So let's go ahead and add in some instructions. Match the name of the simple machine with the picture. Match the name of the simple machine with the picture. All right. So we're going to add a pair. I can add text or an image. And again, like I did with memory, I'm just going to add in a few, right? Wedge. And then I'm going to add an image. Super easy using these Google images. Perfect. Add another pair. Okay. Pulley. Add an image. Pulley. Whoops. Pulley. All right, there's our pulley system. Okay. So when this is done, we'll come up with a bunch of matching pairs. And the cool part is when you are watching your students do this, you can see how many attempts they make and how many they have gotten right. So let's say there are 8 pairs that they need to match, but they've made 20 attempts. They're just clicking, right? That's not what we want. If they're getting 8 out of 8, ooh, that person knows what they are doing, and you can be pretty confident that they are okay on this material. Those other people that aren't getting those types of scores, you're going to need to work on it. One other fun way to kind of add some pressure to this, if it is a concept that your students are familiar with, go ahead and add a timer, which is kind of fun. It'll add some pressure to the game. So if you think your students would react well to that, you can do that. All right. Let's check out our third way to practice with the material you've already taught. We're going to go ahead and head into fill in the blank. All right, let's head to that same lesson. We're keeping all of our simple machines practice together. So I'm going to go to edit and I'll add another activity here. So we go to add new. And I'm going to type in fill in the blank. Perfect. Now, this passage is something that you're going to add in here. And by the way, I can just drag and drop these slides. So if I want this to be third, I'm going to add that there. So this passage is something that you are going to add in. I like to go on and get a little bit more literacy involved here. So I'm going to go ahead and head over. I've already picked out a passage from Twinkle. Choose wherever you're getting your information, right? But I'm going to go ahead down here. Here are some examples of simple machines. So I'm actually going to just copy and paste this. Copy and paste into the box. So here we are. We're going to keep it super simple with white and black. Real quick, I'm going to delete these bigger kind of title words. And I might add numbers. Let's change this. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and number these so it's easy to talk about. Again, being able to mention this. Hello, John, could you read number 1? Makes it a little bit easier to reference in class. Perfect. And 6. All right, so let's go to next. And then we're just going to click the words that we want to add to our word bank, okay? A pulley, a lever, a wedge, a wheel, an inclined plane. That'll be fun to see who catches on to the vowel. A screw. Fantastic. All right, there we are. That is super simple. And so when our students go to do this, they'll just see a blank where the word used to be on the right side of the screen and drag it over. Super simple, super easy, and a good way to get literacy into your practice. All right. 3 simple ways to use a free Nearpod account to practice the learning that you're working on with your students. I would love to hear how you've used these different ways to practice in your classroom or how you're excited to add this into your teaching this year. Now, if you have questions about Nearpod, I would love to answer them. I am a Nearpod certified educator and pioneer, so I would love to help you understand this even better. I've also got a playlist, which I will link again up here. And I'm just really excited to see you guys use this. So let me know, check back in, be sure you're subscribed and that you've liked this video. It just helps me know what you guys are enjoying. And if nobody's told you yet today, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. It's really important. Happy teaching.